Hi everyone, welcome to another Back to the Mat with me on Get Fit with Mindy. Today we are going to do a gentle yoga sequence that's only 10 minutes long to really loosen our lower body, our hips. It's great if you just finished a run outside. It's also great for any full body or lower body workout. Let's get started. We're going to slowly start in a tabletop position. Just move your body around back and forth to really wake up your body and loosen up your spines and your lower body. We're going to transition in slowly into a child pose position. Just stay there for a few breaths. And from there, we're going to very slowly, gently transitioning into a Cobra Pose. You can also stay in a Sphinx pose if you like, if your wrist really bothers you. Just stay there for a few breaths. And from a Cobra Pose, we're going to slowly transitioning back into a child pose just for one breath. And then from there, we're going to gently and slowly transitioning into a downward facing dog. And just take it slow and pedal out your legs. It's your very first downward facing dog, so if your heels cannot touch the floor, not big deal. And just couple breaths there and pedal out your legs. And from there, inhale, bend your legs, look up. Exhale, walk your feet to the front of your mat and forward bend. You can have your hand touch your toes to get a better stretch. And inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, transitioning into a mountain pose to really ground your feet into the earth. And from there, we're going to go back into our forward fold pose and then slowly getting into a child pose just for a brief moment and then slowly transitioning into your first and last upward facing dog. You can stay in a Cobra Pose or Sphinx pose if your wrist really bothers you or if your upper body is tight. And couple breaths in upward facing dog. And from there, we're going to slowly transitioning into a downward facing dog. Pedal out your leg a few more times. And then we're going to inhale, look up, bend your legs, and exhale, walk to the front of your mat. And forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. And from the mountain pose, we're going to slowly walk out your feet and prepare for a wide leg forward bend. And just walk your leg as far as you comfortably can and just try to see if you can get your hand onto the floor. And you can slightly bend your knees if you like, just to get a great stretch on your hamstring and your hip flexor. You can also move side to side to get a better massage on your hamstrings and your hip flexor. Couple breaths there, and then we're gonna slowly walk our feet back in. And we're gonna do a forward fold pose. So slowly walk back in, and from forward fold, inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold, and from there, we're going to slowly transitioning back into a tabletop. Just move around your torso a little bit, and then brief moment in child pose. And from child pose, we're going to transition into a pigeon pose on your right side. And so, we're going to transition into a bound ankle pose, and then we're going to do cat and cow for a few brief moments there to mini cat and cow to lengthen your spine. Couple moments there. And from there, we're going to transitioning into a pigeon pose now on your right side. You're more than welcome to stay in a high pigeon pose if it feels good for you. Or you can also give yourself a little extra challenge by slowly lower your torso onto your elbows to get a deeper stretch on your hip flexors and your hamstrings. Just a couple breaths there. And from there, we're going to transition into a quadricep stretch and just to see if you can have your hand grab onto your foot. If this is too difficult and you have a strap around, you can use a strap to get a deeper stretch. Or you can just reach as far as you can and it will get better with each practice of this pose. And then from there, we're going to slowly transitioning back into a bound angle pose. And then from the bound angle pose, we're going to slowly transition pigeon on your left side. And so again, you can stay in your high pigeon pose, but if you did this on the other side, try to challenge yourself by rest your forehead on your elbows for a deeper stretch for your hamstrings and your hip flexors. Couple breaths there. And from there, again, we're gonna do a quadricep stretch. And so try again to see if you can grab your other arm to grab onto your other foot. If one side of your leg is more flexible, don't worry, it's very normal. And just keep stretching, and you can use a strap to improve your stretch, and you will get better with each practice. So slowly, we're going to transition back into a bound angle pose. And again, we're going to move your torso around to kind of just stretch and lengthen your torso. And from there, we're going to do a head to knee forward bend on your right side. And so just really try to lengthen your hamstrings, and every time you do it, exhale, try to go deeper into the stretch. You can also bend your knee if you like, if you get a better stretch. And slowly transitioning head to knee forward bend onto your left side. Again, every time you do an exhale, trying to slowly get deeper into the stretch. And it's not about how flexible it can be, it's just really about getting a good stretch on your hamstring here. So a couple more breaths there. And then slowly we're going to transition back into a bound angle pose, and from there we're going to get into a staff pose. And from staff pose, we're going to gently moving into a seated forward bend. And to get a better stretch on seated forward bend, again, you can using a strap if you like, or just try to see if you can have your hand wrapped around your foot. But if you can't wrap your hands around your feet, not a big deal. Again, you can slightly bend your knees, and every time you exhale, try to get deeper and deeper into the stretch. And from this pose, we are going to very slowly and gently lie on the floor and get ready for our bridge pose to stretch out your hip flexor. Try to see if you can have your hand touch your heels, and then get ready for bridge pose. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do a few here. And you can even get into a better stretch by opening up your shoulder a little bit more, by just clasping your hands together to get into a higher bridge pose. So a couple more breaths. And from there, we are going to rotate our ankles and our wrists to kind of just loosen up our wrists. And then we're going to try to do a hand to big toe pose on your right side. And this is a great stretch for your hamstrings and your hip flexors. But if it's too tough, again, you can use a strap, or you can just go as further as you can into the stretch. And just really smoothly transitioning into this stretch, and don't force anything. And so now we're going to slowly go hand to big toe pose on your left side. Again, smoothly, gently transitioning into this pose without any forcing to prevent injury. And so again, you can use a strap if you like, and rotate and moving around just to see what makes you feel good. Couple breaths there. And drop your legs and drop your arms. And from there, we're going to get into a full wing pose, just to see if you can have your head touch your knees and rotate back and forth, side to side, to massage out your hip flexors and your low back. Couple breaths there. And then from there, we're going to cross our right leg over the left leg to do a lying down glute stretch on your right side. Couple breaths there. And then we're going to slowly cross our left leg over our right leg and to do the lying down glute stretch on the other side. Couple breaths there as well. And then we're going to slowly transitioning back into a full wing pose, and then try to see if you can have your head and touch your knee, like get into a block pose. And now lengthen your torso. And now we're going to try to do a happy baby pose. You can be creative with this pose. You can straighten out your legs a little bit more, or you can curl them a little bit more and just rotate back and forth and side to side, do what makes you feel good. Also try to smile or even laugh because you are in a happy baby. Just do whatever makes you feel great. It's a great stretch for your lower hip flexor and also your hamstrings. And now we're going to transition into a Supta Konasana, or it's also called lying down bound angle pose. So a couple breaths there, then we're going to start to spread our body, lengthen, spread our legs, rotate our ankle and our wrist one more time, and just close our eyes and press our lower back into the floor, into the earth, and just really focusing on breathing. We're going to do a few deep breathing here, do a deep breathing, and do a deep breathe out. Just focusing on the falling and rising of your belly, and just close your eyes and relax. So a couple more breathing here, breathing in and breathing out. getting oxygen to your body. A couple more. And then from there, we're going to slowly moving to one side of your body and see you can use your hand to slowly get yourself back into a cross-leg pose or easy pose. And then we're gonna get into a prayer pose and take some time to thank yourself for take the time to take care of your body on the mat and practice with me. And thank you everyone for practicing with me. Namaste. Hope you guys enjoy this 10-minute yoga sequence, and it's great if you have tight hamstrings and hip flexors. If you also tend to have tight back and chest, which a lot of us tend to have tight lower back, then we also have a 10-minute yoga stretch for your chest and back. So if you like short yoga sequence like this, make sure to add to your favorite playlist so you can go back very easily and you can practice this type sequence on a daily basis. And also we post other fun workouts every Tuesday and healthy recipes every Thursday to supplement your healthy living. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss a single video. As always, have a fantastic week, my friends, and see you guys this Thursday. Namaste. Again, your knees may not touch the floor, but that's not a big deal. It's about the stretching. The arms that's lifted